what you'll do it right now, but guess what? Guess what?
Come take a look at jam on the inside there. We got vibe.
Street 919 FM, Dale the voice, I'm in your company.
Long time. It's a long, long time. We got vibe.
Yeah, what we say? Yeah, what we say?
Take a jam on the inside there. We got vibe. We got love energy and girls on the inside there. Oh yeah. Come take a look at jam on the inside there. We got vibe. We got love energy and girls on the inside there. Oh yeah. Right here in the back. We go take a lick it, take a lick it, take a lick it. It's right in the kitchen, I am right here in the back.
All of you that are locking in with us right now, right now, right now.
Patrice again, yeah. And again and again. I want you to do with your time. I'm up in the western time. I want you to do with your time. Right now,
The voice.
come in, change your ways. But at this moment, pass you by and remain the same. Better days are coming, change your ways. But at this moment, pass you by and remain the same. Hey, what we gonna do now? There's no panorama. Hey, we can jump up and play bass in this Havana. Just be patient, hold it straight. Enjoy life and don't complain. You got to pray like every day, and things will be irate. Better days are coming, change your ways. But at this moment, pass you by and remain the same. Better days are coming, change your ways. But at this moment, pass you by.
Happiness is the key, but you see after the happiness.
We come out to buy bottles, sell we buy case. Tell them this, we don't want no cups. We come out to buy bottles, sell we buy case. Tell them this. From tonight we roll like bosses. Yeah. Accept no losses. The price high, we don't care where the cost is. We have the cream and sauce. Yes. We make the girl and them rock out. We make the girl them wind up them ways. As we enter the venue tonight is the only service we want is when we roll out tonight is the only service we want is when we
Could have been one shot of liquor or the whole case of liquor. Whole team lit like we mash it up proper. Party real nice, yeah, the party look good. Right about now, take a shot for the road. Boom bam, now we take one for the road. Boom bam, now we take a shot for the road. Boom bam, now we take one for the road. Party look nice, yeah, party look good. Boom bam, now we take one for the road. Boom bam, now we take a shot for the road. Boom bam, now we take one for the road. Party look nice, yeah, party look good.
just want take it off something, take it off something, take it off something, and throw it up in the air. Take it off something, take it off something, take it off something, and throw it up in the air. I want to get naked, I want to get naked, I want to get naked and jam on somebody. I want to get naked, I want to get naked, I want to get naked and jam on somebody.
I come for this one, sign me up. I come for this one, sign me up. I come for this one, sign me up. I come for it. Boss lady, I come for this one, sign me up. I come for this one, sign me up. I come for this one, and I'm gonna get properly. I wanna sign my signature, cross my T's, 'cause I have all the requirements that you need. My resume is flawless, suitable, diverse, reliable. If you hire raise, I just want to go to work for slash. Body wet up, wet girl, where the man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like prefer, baby. Slash. Body wet up, wet girl, where the man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like prefer, baby. Slash.
What you call that sauce? Guy now I make man what he cause. 'Cause them want me single. Them man want to mingle.
Where you are? Loose this. Want to taste some sweet juice? Hey, I go give you the wine, but you have to work for this ride. Slash.
Body wet up, wet gal with the man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like river, baby. Body wet up, wet gal with the man them prefer. Drip drop Real girl whining, real woman. Real girl whining, real woman. Real girl whining, real woman. Real girl whining. It's a snack. It's a something. Strictly pants. From front or the back. One big girl's team. It's a snack pack. It's a scene. Everybody back.
Let's go. All my girl just work. Girl lunge the attack, girl work. Make me see you bend out your back, girl work. Girl fling it on the left, girl work. Fling it on the right, girl work.
I know you're ready, girl.
Do what you please, girl work. Take your time when you walk, girl work. Swing it right on the.
Oh, girl, you sweet and thick, just like that in a condensed milk, just like that in a condensed milk. Girl, cock up your bumper, girl, do this for me. Boom, 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 boom. Girl, you know your best shiny body look good. Come in our room, girl, boom, 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 boom. You know that the best shiny body look good. Come in our room, girl, boom.
She like man we ride. Big ride, big ride, big ride is man we ride. Top right, top right, top right. She like man we ride. Big ride, big ride, big ride is man we ride. Top right, right.
Ah, big ride. Make her come inside when she see the gas stick. Her eyes open wide. She like how I drive. The bell motor car. The bell motor car is
Big ride, big ride. All the gal them want big ride. Top ride, top ride.
Girl, pull up. I tell she wine but nothing. I tell she wine back time but nothing. I tell she wine back time but nothing. I tell she wine back. Hey, you girl, pull up. I tell she wine but nothing. I tell she wine back time but nothing. I tell she wine back time but nothing. I tell she wine back.
Look good anytime you step out of your body well nice and clean. Walk out from your nose so you're hot and you're tight up in your jeans.
Thick, crown, black, brown, baby, show it out. That's with me and kid. Mommy, give me all I need. I can't take up on no man to see what girl he dey with. He better be a boom boom like a sticky body there. See watching, come on closer.
You know the streets because we talk to the streets. Talk with us on Street 919 FM.
No great fish here, watch me bend over. You love me when get it any day, anytime, boy, you can
My girl, put your hands up if you're feeling yourself, girl, you're feeling yourself. Hands up if you're proud of yourself, cause
girl, you what I done them, what I done them. I say you what I done, you what I done them.
show it off. You're bad from your band. I say you are the best, you don't need confirmation. Show it off. You're number one. I say you are the best, you don't need confirmation. You change up the game. Them can't talk to you, baby. And I mean this when I say, girl, you're bad, you're bad, you're bad. Lord, you on top of them, girl, you're way up. The way you're living, you're way over them.
Cause some girl could never walk in your show. Them say them put the tea in a tight, but baby, you put the crazy front a glow. Them a take a bag of man, but forget a wedding band. Them don't know the first thing fi do. Them can't chat to you. No.
Dansez with me, baby. Fini danser avec moi. Come take a little dance with me. Dansez with me, darling. Fini danser avec moi. Come take a little dance with me. I don't want no one woman. Moto there. I know Wale, talk the truth now. Single people time. Oi, hey. I don't want no one woman. All I want is plenty woman. Give me plenty woman. I don't want no one woman. All I want is plenty woman. Give me plenty woman.
That thing they good. I know you're rough and you're tough and you're rude, but that thing it good. You feel you could handle it, that wine they good. This ain't no liquor, Mr. Wine, that boy the thing good. You feel you could handle it. This long time now you're marking me. Long time you want it. All night you're waiting to challenge me. It's now self-applauded. Can you handle it? If I lie, you sample it. Time to show me if you could manage it. That thing they good. I know you're rough and you're tough and you're rude, but that thing it good. You feel you could handle it. That
you gotta leave, but you're coming back. You need me to trust when you tell me that. And I'm the kind of girl to respect you. Not even gonna give you a lecture, no. It is what it is. You tell me that you really need some space, and I hear you. As long as I will not have to compete or to share you now. Nothing can compare to my love. I know my love, it must be blind. Hope you'll change your mind for me.
Let me rock you out. Hey, girl, how are you wine all night? Let me rock you out. Take you to a place, come let we dance all night. Let me rock you out. Just let me take you there, and girl, it's our secret. Nobody else ain't got to know. Let me rock you out. Girl, when you see a whole lot caress, I don't know already, you might want undress. By the time that we leave in the fed, I'll be your king, you'll be my empress, yes. But even if we stay right here, I'll rock you till the morning come. I really wanna rock you to every song. I want to rock you all night. Your body's like a magnet pulling me in tight. And every time they play one more song, I must hold on, cause I came here to rock you right.
Tell me what's your plans for the weekend?
Rock.
Wanna say shouts to all the Maxi and taxi drivers that are on the inside as well. Those of you all locking on, listening, rocking the Street 919 FM or the PBR. Good afternoon to you.
I wanna wine all night.
Hey, share the live. Kevin Springer, what's up, my brother? Sherry and George, I'll see you as well. Benny Panadol. Panadol is in the building.
Nobody got to know. Let me rock you. Girl, when you see a whole lot caress, I don't know already, you might want undress.
Angela and Ashford, I see you as well. Yeah.
You'll be my empress, yes. But even if we stay right here, I'll rock you till the morning come. I really wanna rock you to every song. I want to rock you all night. Your body's like a magnet pulling me in tight. And every time they play one more song, I must hold on, cause I came here to rock you right. Just let me rock you. You should let me rock you. I want to just rock you. If it's the last thing that I ever get to do, I want you to voice. Let me rock you. Let me hold on you. Jam and hold on you. And every time they play,
we know the street because we talk to the street.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM.
Yo. Precision. Hey. Let me rock you out. Hey, girl, how will you wine all night? Let me rock you out. Take you to a place, come let we dance all night. Let me rock you out. Just let me take you there, and girl, it's our secret. Nobody else ain't got to know. Let me rock you out. Girl, when you see a whole lot of rest, I don't know already, you might want undress. By the time that we leave in the fed, I'll be your king, you'll be my empress, yes. But even if we stay right here, I'll rock you till the morning come. I really wanna rock you to every song. I want to rock you all night. Your body's like a magnet pulling me in tight. And every time they play one more song.
So coming up next, guys, we are going to have an interview. We have two artists in the building today.
Just let me rock you. You should let me rock you. I want to just rock you. If it's the last thing that I ever get to do, just let me rock you out. Hey, girl, I wanna wine all night. Let me rock you out. Holding on your waist, I wanna dance all night. Let me rock you out. Just let me take you there, and girl, it's our secret. Nobody else ain't got to know. Let me rock you. Girl, when you see a whole lot caress, I don't know already, you might want undress. By the time that we leave in the fed, I'll be your king, you'll be my empress, yes. But even if we stay right here, I'll rock you till the morning come. I really wanna rock you to every song. I want to rock you all night. Your body's like a magnet pulling me in tight. And every time they play one more song, I must hold on, cause I came here rock, rock you. You should let me rock, 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 rock you. I want to just rock, 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 rock you. If it's the last thing that I ever get to do, girl, I want you to let me rock you. Let me rock you. Let me hold on you. Jam and roll on you. Let me rock you. Let me rock you. Won't stop till I'm getting my shot in.
36 minutes past the hour, 6 o'clock. Yeah. So all the crews and crews that are on the inside, Neil the Voice, I'm inside with you all. Platinum Links with the building. And of course, guys, of course, you know, Street 919 FM is the place to be. Whatever you're doing this weekend. Watch now. I don't know about all here, but you see JD Mobile and the entire team, I want to bring up all here one time. I've been practicing with my voice so that I could sing out tonight this evening when I go down with the people and them event. You know, I was bringing that little part there. I ain't going to say no more because I don't want management to come and say we get nobody those free ads. The event is actually sold out. Right? I want to say big up to my boys, Jiggles, aka Smitty. Yeah, big up. Like, yeah, what going on? I see your message, you know, I don't know how to respond to him yet. I went and I took a little lie down. You ever say, boy, I'm going to take 10 minutes. And never wake back up. Yeah. I went and take 10 minutes and that was the end of that. It was pressure. When I wake up, it was after 4 in the morning and I now run in to go down and I was like, what are you doing us? Yeah. I reached out going.
You called me. I was like, why me up?
And here I was well dressed and everything, knockout dressed in it. But say what? I want to say also big up our happy birthday going out to Samantha. Samantha, don't worry. We on we wait down. Yeah, we're gonna have a nice little time. The crew said it's real nice. This is wassiness. But of course, you know, we gotta do what we have to do here first on the Street 919 FM. And of course, when we're doing that, I need to tell you all Island Mix Promotion presents Bougie, the premier soca concert experience. Bougie 2023, Thursday, 26 October at the Shore Park Cultural Complex. Now, anytime I say anything happening in October, just no idea, because I'm celebrating whole month of celebrating. Yeah, my son was born on the 4th. Yeah. My son was born on the 4th. I was born on the 14th. My mother was born on the 10th. Yeah. So your celebration whole month. I'm accepting gifts. Yeah. And the entire Liberal family. That'll tell you. You know what they say? If you want to know if that is yours, he was born on the 4th of October. So like my child. I kicks in. But of course, guys, remember Tobago Carnivals gets Bougie with Nadia Batten and her band Sass, Nyla Bachman, Alison Hines, Problem Child, Iwer George, Michael Tasia, Ola Tunji, Dev, Swappy, Ezra the Fun Machine, Oscar B, Tom, Frankie D, Eddie Charles, and Traffic. Hey, my Traffic, man. When did I ask you about Traffic? Traffic. We can't know other traffic than Traffic itself. Yeah, the real jam. And of course, we're going to have much more entertainment. Gates open at 8 p.m. and tickets are out now. Get your early bird tickets, $200 from all cash outlets nationwide and Jade Monkey Tobago, or online at islandetickets.com. Purchase your tickets now for a chance to win an 85-inch TV. For more information, call 393-9370 or 799-2977. Or check us out on Instagram at Island Mix Promotion TT. And of course, guys, or Tobago Carnival Thursday, that is the 26th of October, Bougie 2023. Tobago, it's your time to play a mass. I would have said something else, but yeah. So of course, we're gonna be outside there. Tobago Carnival, Tobago things real nice. Tobago Carnival is actually kickstart of Carnival between the two islands. They started off and then we finish it off. Yeah, So I don't know about y'all. How the song let's go, boss? I ain't coming to work today. The boss asked me, Dale, what happened? I can't see. What happened to I? Nothing. I just can't see myself coming to work. Because at the end of the day, I mean, that's part of our culture. Honestly, that's part of our culture, and, we have to enjoy it to the best of our ability. I was talking about it probably just about last week, where I was telling somebody, I say, imagine we at a point or a place in time where we could have gone out and party and have on your jewelry, have on your chain, have on thing, and you're normal. People hugging you up that you don't know, and you're dancing, and you're jumping, and you're this and you're that, and you're normal. And then now, if somebody watch you a little too hard, you're suspicious. Now we're in the suspicious era, and I wish that, we could come back to that place where it's a love, it's a cool vibe, it's a cool scene, that kind of thing. So, let me see if I could just kind of squeeze in my guest here. Let me make sure put her up on the camera and all them kind of nice thing. Nice. So those of y'all that are listening to us via the conventional radio 91.9 FM, I want to say once again, good afternoon to you. It's 44 minutes past the 6 o'clock here in Trinidad and Tobago. And of course, I want to say shouts to international family, those of y'all listening to us on the radio app. And of course, for those of y'all get our notification and say, hey, the street live are back and going on our weekend. Or when we go live, is something happening. So for those of y'all that are listening locked on, for those of you watching Facebook, YouTube, or for those of you that are listening to us via Instant Radio, I want to say optastic good afternoon to you. Fantastic Saturday, that is. And of course, so you're watching at your screen right now and you're saying, well, who's this young lady inside here? I want to say good afternoon to you. And of course, introduce yourself to the nation. Everybody wondering, but I don't want to say your name.
So I am Gabrielle Palandi. Nice to meet all of you who are listening on Street 91.9 FM.
But what's the last name?
Palandi.
Palandi.
Yes. A very unique name because my family is the only Palandis here in Trinidad.
Well, I'm not gonna say in the whole of my history of Trinidad and Tobago, I never meet a Palandi yet.
Yeah. Probably hear Salandi.
Yeah, hear Salandi, but not Palandi.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's really unique. So anybody that have that last name, you're sure that family?
Yeah, that my family.
Right.
So, you see what really happened was my great grandmom, she was an orphan, and
now pull the mic a little closer to you.
Sorry, they couldn't pronounce her name, so they changed it to Palandi. So that's how we end up with that.
You serious?
Yeah.
So they just can pronounce your name and they just say, well, we can change it to Palandi.
So only when she was like real old, then she knew her real name.
Which was the original name, yeah. Okay.
So she grew up knowing her name to be Iris Palandi, but her name was actually Palwansiar Susundar.
She's on it. All right, we go stick to the Palandi. Palwansiar Susundar.
Yeah.
Right, so we can stay with the last Susundar, but not the Palwansiar. That's what all I am seeing. My brain started to just process. So I understand now, and I mean that is some nice a unique part of your family life, and and I'm sure that a lot of people actually ask you about your name, how that came about, and so that's a really nice, interesting thing, and I'm sure that'd be so fun to tell to your offspring.
Yes.
And I guess until I was going to say until they get married and that kind of stuff, and the man take your name and throw it away in the bin or something like that. Yeah.
Well, I still find ways to implement it. You see, so I bring it in the music, so it will live on.
So in the music world now, we know you as the same name.
Actually, that is the music name. My actual name is Whitney Murray.
No,
my middle name is Gabrielle, so that's where the Gabrielle comes from. But I just wanted to include my family name now. So.
And I know China Power, like
the Murray was
part a little husband or something. But
God, I don't need no husband. I actually don't have a baby and all that.
Right.
Actually, just had a baby.
Serious?
Yeah, so right now I'm a postpartum body, as you see me here.
Nah, man, you even look like you had a baby.
I don't know. I write a song and I feel like I don't know, the song like it take me over because it was a fertility song. So I don't know if I get fertile after writing it. And
serious? And that's your first child?
Yeah, that's my first baby.
Well, yeah.
So the song.
If you singing about fertility, you're putting it into the atmosphere, and of course you can't preach. You can't teach what you're doing. You understand? So you have to act the role. Yeah. So. I mean, I like that. Because I really, when I watch the book downstairs and I'm trying to figure out, but this girl time, she name is Palawandi. But then I see Murray. So it's like, it's like, it's about Murray in the building, anybody? But yes, I understand now. So tell us, how long have you been in the music thing? So I've
been in it since I was 15 years old. I was in, since secondary school, I started being mentored by KMC. I do a lot of, writing. I started off writing, and then eventually I started singing my own songs, after a while, when you're always in studio with a lot of folks, after a while you grow, because you keep learning. You're just learning.
You always learn, and everybody has their own different trick.
From producer, from artists.
Right.
So, I think I'm here to stay on, I feel like this is something I want my child to
learn,
be a part of.
Okay.
Because not just because I like it, but it's so much to it that just making sense. I really want to go
too much into it.
Too much, but it just
make you cry.
Making real sense.
Right.
And because I'm here to stay, I want my son to be my successor when he's older. So why I would want him to be into it.
And tell me, what is your favorite thing about music? In terms of, if I'm to ask, or let's just say I tell somebody.
I love choreography generally. So, my favorite thing about music in terms write. I like to write, so I would, you know, you could be in whatever mood or whatever going on, and you know, it's just like it's an outlet for me. Sometimes, I don't know if you say most times or sometimes, but sometimes it is an outlet,
Right.
and I could just use that outlet and make something beautiful, and bam, everybody just like it, and everybody vibe into it, and you know, it's something.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing.
Right.
So, and sometimes it mightn't even be in a mood, but sometimes you want to put people in a certain mentality, and you could use that to put them in that mentality.
Right.
Like for instance, I have to talk about my song. So with this song, right, you know, sometimes you go through a self-love journey, and you want people like, for me, I want people like me with my hair, with and African people of Afro heritage here in Trinidad and Tobago. Sometimes you hear them say, you know, black is beautiful and all these things, but then you don't see it, you know. Saying it is one thing and meaning it is another thing.
Right.
Right? And I want them to love themselves as God created them. You know, you had to love your hair, you had to love your complexion, whatever shape you're born with. If you understand what I'm saying, and plenty of time people will find a lot of faults about the self, and they don't figure out how to love the self, and you see, when you figure out how to love yourself, people will see that beauty in you, because you will find ways to show it, you know. You'll find ways to show it. And so for me, with this song, what I did, another thing, I feel like a very important part, like for us in loving ourselves, is knowing our roots and heritage.
Right.
Because once you know that, you know that is part of knowing self. So I had to do this song because this song is part of roots and heritage, and it is a song that you will hear plenty in like Best Village. All them Best Village drummer, dancers, singers, they know it. And then if you are of the Baptist faith or of the Risha faith, these people know it. Tobagonians for sure, them know it. We know them love the thing. Right? So I was like, nah boy, people had to know this song. Like, how can you be and not know? You know, you had to know. You had to know what, you had to know yourself, you had to know your thing. You had to know your thing. And that is the first step in a self-love journey.
Right.
You have to know your thing, you have to know where you're from, you have to know yourself. So I use this song as a way to show people that, hey, you're beautiful. You have to love yourself. You have to know yourself. Nothing wrong with we how we is. We pretty, we beautiful, inside and outside. You know, and that was my goal with this song when I started to write it. And also because I just wanted people to know. Because I noticed it had some youths that didn't know it, and I was like, how you don't know this? Probably because I grew up from small, knowing it, hearing it. You know, so when the song play, go hear it. But the original song, when you run out on a Best Village stage or whatever, you hear the drummers and them tung 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 tung. Congo girl, me I love you, me I come out for you, and the dancers would respond, Zave Dudu, I love you for you. And you know the drum is catchy, you know. So I was like, nah boy, them had to know this. I had to find a way to modernize the song, soakerize it up, and them had to know this thing. They had to know this, boy.
Well, that is interesting, and, you know? and what I think is my favorite part about this interview is the fact that I have not heard the song as yet.
Yeah.
So it will be very interesting after hearing the explanation.
Yeah.
To see the innovation, because I know of the song.
Yeah.
And to see the innovation of taking that and turn it into what is like a soca.
Yeah.
This is going to be very interesting. Now, one thing before, because I'm sure if I am feeling that way and I'm anxious, I'm sure that the persons that are listening right now saying, okay, that's different. Yeah, let's see what, you know, could happen from there. And I mean, there have been artists that have done it.
Yeah.
Before. There are artists that take what you call like spiritual songs.
That is true.
And they put it, and the thing about it is these songs are the ones that are the most catchiest.
That is true.
Even I could go as far as saying this guy, Salty. he was using Baptist chants.
Yeah, he used a lot of adoptions in the song.
And adopted it into the
Yes,
and that is the thing that, because the thing about it is, especially chanting and these different things, it's catchy.
Yeah,
when you hear, even like I've been to Baptist funerals, I've been to different things that I like the shouter Baptists and them, because them know how to have a good vibe.
And that is true, and I agree, because I have that. And that of me.
Yeah. They know stuff like that. And I like the fact that, they know to worship, they know to praise.
Yeah.
And the music is infectious.
It is.
Right? So, here we're going to do it. I think that we shouldn't have any more small talk where that is concerned, because I would like to hear the song.
Yeah.
But I would like you to introduce your song on the Street 919 FM and, do us the honors. And this is the first time that this song is going to be playing here. And we will see if it will play here after that. Don't worry, it'll play after that. I'm sure about it.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah?
Yes.
So you go ahead.
So, presenting to you, listeners of Street 91.9 FM, The Congo Gal by yours truly, Gabriel Palandi. Jaxie. Gabriel.
Love you for true. Congo gal, come out for you. Serve it to the watch, jam me for true. Congo gal, come out for you. Serve me love you for true. Congo gal, come out for you. Hey, let me tell you now, how the Congo gal, I come off right through. Wind up every tune, dancing in my blood, dancing in my blood. Put me African way, that's so much I could share. Love you for true. Congo gal, come out for you. Serve it to the watch, jam me for true. Congo gal, come out for you. Serve me love you for true. Congo gal, come out for you. Hey, spirit out on the road. Can't talk what you don't know. Don't jump in me so. You know see what me go do. Warrior to me heart, vibrate like a jump from start. All the Congo no ma, the energy drink like a work of art. Congo gal, come out for you. Serve me love you for true. Congo gal, come out for you. Serve it to the watch, jam me for true. Congo gal, come out for you. Serve me love you for true. Congo gal, come out for you. Hey, ina go down low, low. Hey, ina go down low. Salt water give me some. Hey, ina go down low. Ina go down. Ina go down low. Congo gal, come out for you. Serve me love you for true. Congo gal, come out for you. Serve it to the watch, jam me for true. Congo gal, come out for you. Serve me love you for true. Congo gal, come out for you. Hey.
Dancing, baby. Hey, Papa. I shock.
And in the background, you wouldn't believe the first thing I told. Now you're here, and the producer in the background as well, right?
Yeah.
And with the bam bam. And when I went in before I sang the entire song, I was like, will we have to play this song, boy? I say every time I go in prayers with my friend, we always make this joke now. We just say that them Baptist and I'm going competition. Who bam bam bigger? Who bam bam bigger?
Oh God!
Like, boy,
Right.
Playing up, but I in the background,
Bam, bam,
boy. So
bigger.
I hear them saying bam bam.
Yeah. No, but I like the execution. And who are some of the people behind the music in terms of production wise, in terms of
So basically, in terms of production, Jaxie production. In terms of writing, well, yours truly.
Right. So you solely did everything.
Right, the entire song.
Right.
Because, well, I was the only person in the studio that knew that song. So I had to lay it out to suit.
Right. Okay.
And I was just explaining everything about the song and the history to the producer. And he sit down
Well,
and
he catch the spirit of it
yeah.
because, you know, in terms of even the appropriation of the music, using the right instruments,
Yes.
that by itself is something.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
and the thing about it is, you know, not many producers, they could sit down in the studio, explain something, and they're able to execute it based on the vision.
That's true.
You know, and the thing about it is, you had your own concept in your mind, and it's like, hey, we have to modernize this.
Yeah.
And then you come with this snip,
Yeah.
along with the extra adds and ins and whatever, and is
Yeah.
able to bring it to life. So that
Yeah.
is, and I mean, understanding that song in terms of how it is, especially in that line and era,
So
and
true.
to see that it is now modernized, where people could enjoy it
So true.
within the culture. Because I also believe that even when you're talking about Best Village and the Baptist
true.
Faith and all these different things, that all that is part of our culture, intertwined into that.
I agree.
And I think if people understand even too in terms of the Baptist faith and where they would have come from, and then
So true.
how Shelter Baptist Liberation they came about, and
Exactly.
understanding the whole culture. Don't worry, I do.
Yes.
But you know, it will be of a greater appreciation to understand that, wow, we could actually take things that would have been birthed from there
So true.
and bring it in a modern style
So
that
true.
is sweet.
So true.
You know.
I agree.
So I could say this on national radio. I'm proud.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that it is, in terms of the execution of the song, it is really good. I was actually getting some messages while it is the song was playing. People telling me, "Hey, that thing real bad boy thing, whatever." So in terms of that, I will tell you that, you know, this is something indeed, and of course it will make the playlist.
Yeah.
In terms of playing and that kind of stuff, because this is a nice little thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me, what is the plans in terms of 2024 Carnival and that kind of thing?
2024. Well, for me, because I just had the baby, I wasn't really planning to put out much more
content
music this year.
Right.
But you see, next year is my year.
Right.
And you see 2025 especially, that is my year by number.
But hopefully, hopefully we not next a baby income.
Yeah.
Eh?
Oh God, no more baby. I don't sing fertility song. Fertility song done.
That'll be abundance of rain to be fruitful.
I can't take it.
The Bible says to be fruitful and multiply.
Another C-section. Hello, I had
No,
C-section.
you don't have to speak
Let
it
me
into
tell you
being and
something.
say we're not taking our next one, and that's
can't
it.
do it. No, I can't.
Yeah, but babies are joy.
But, yeah.
Babies are joy,
But, yeah.
and you know, I could tell you in terms of the bliss, especially
Yes.
when baby now born, and you know, especially your first one,
Yeah.
they having a baby, and you know, seeing them grow up, seeing them do little
Yes.
things.
It
I don't know if you reach the point yet where it is you stop and you watch them, they breathing. You understand? You know, those kind of things. I was like real paranoid when my son came, and you know, those were the little things. I didn't want nobody breathe too hard around him.
Yes.
I find you putting him down too hard on the bed, and it was a lot. You know, I was
really
like,
is.
as the pamper get wet, change him one time, and I was that kind of father. You know,
You're
I was didn't want mosquito,
Yeah.
fly, the breeze blow too hard.
Listen, you speaking everything that is going on in my brain. Like, you speaking on my brain is
No, but I
upcoming.
think that is the automatic click
Yeah,
in terms of
yeah,
parenthood.
parenthood.
And but parenthood is a beautiful thing,
Yeah,
you know,
it
and the thing about it is the fact that you've reached a certain stage in life
Yes.
where now you could take all that you've learned and
Yes,
offset
and
it
pass
onto
it on,
to your
yes.
young one, and you're trying to show them, hey, I know where you make the mistakes that I have
So
made, and I
true.
want you to be better than me. I want you to have the life that I never had.
So true.
You know, and that's all the things you start to speed.
So
Think
true.
the child is now a couple
And-
months or weeks or whatever, and
So
you start
true, and you
you
don't
done
think
planning.
that.
You know, so I want to say congratulations.
Thank you so
you have
much.
on two sides, and of course, congratulations in terms of parenthood, motherhood. It won't be easy, but I'm definitely telling you that it will be worth it. You know, there are a lot of parents who never make it to be parents. So you know, just the fact that God would have allowed you life through
true.
9 months to go through all the bacchanal in 9 months, your pandong and everything, and then you know that special day when you think, oh God, I can't take this pain no more. And then finally,
So
you get
true.
that deep breath of fresh air to say,
So true.
he is finally
Yeah.
here. You know? So I just saying all of that because
Yeah.
as a parent, I could
Yeah,
relate,
yeah.
especially like that
Yes.
first timers, that kind of thing. I mean, by the time you reach the second and third one, it's like,
Oh God, I
But
can't go second and third.
me neither, I
don't
just
mind,
saying.
I don't mind if I stop at second. You may see third and
Nah,
listen.
yeah. Second,
I
that'd be like about 5 years apart, so the little one could help. Yeah.
Listen to me.
You laughing.
I grew up with too much siblings. I cannot see myself having too many
Yeah,
children.
yeah. I mean,
It is
yeah.
be like that. You see,
it
when
be
you grow
like
up
that.
with plenty siblings, sometimes it is be like that for you. Yeah,
True.
so-
Anyhow, focus. So, of course, in terms of getting in contact with you, socials, what your social handles
Gabrielle
are?
Polandi, everything.
So everything is Gabrielle Polandi.
Yes.
So guys, make sure look for Gabrielle, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere, TikTok.
Everything, you name it, Gabrielle Polandi.
Gabrielle Polandi, and you will find her.
Yeah.
I find her look like a teacher, you know.
You find so?
Yeah, you look like a school teacher kind of.
Actually, no. I did accounting though.
Serious?
I have an accounting degree. So,
Right.
You know, I would have been doing accounting.
Right.
But not the teaching.
You teaching. You look like a nurturer, you know, like, but that's probably the
Yeah,
motherhood shining on you. But
that is it.
yeah. But you know how teachers just look, you know, they have a distinct, you know,
Yeah, that's
way about how they care about themselves. So guys, Gabrielle Polandi,
Yes.
make sure you get her everywhere. Make sure stream her music. Make sure request her songs
people.
all over. This is what the first release
Actually, this is not my first release. I have my songs actually play a lot. on
serious
other
stations, right,
Yeah.
right. Well,
Especially
we.
And I give you all another.
Our next one,
present.
we got a little
It's
gift.
in the email, so you all can
Right.
listen to it.
I don't know
and
why I
check it
can't
out
find that
after.
email, but I will find it and we will. I just put it now
So I
outside.
give you all another song in there as well.
Right.
So what you see
Right.
from next year, well, I already have all the songs there, you know. It's just to release.
To release them.
Yeah, but I didn't want to release them this year because it took me a long time to start back walking and all of these things.
It ain't
and
easy.
It new, so it new to me, so
Talking
I
like I
didn't
get a
want to.
C-section, eh?
But you're right, it really wasn't easy.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to take the chance because I didn't know how my body was going to
React and respond in
and
that.
respond. And I didn't want to put out songs and then let's say I put them out now and I can't.
You can't come in the
I
calling it
can't
to-
to perform.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so. Yeah,
Well,
but you see next year.
Everything in its right time and nothing happens before its time. I always
Yes.
believe that. So, regardless, even if when you say sometimes you may wake up a morning and
So
you
true,
hear
and
you hear that
right.
voice tell you, hey, was you seen this song need to X, Y, and Z and
You're
things start
right.
to put into place. Or you know what, sometimes what this happens, sometimes you get a little thing, somebody say, well, come and perform the song, and when you go on
That
to
is true.
perform, the DJ play the wrong song on the USB.
For
And
true,
the
boy.
song that you didn't want to release it play, but you just go on into it,
Well,
and then
to
when
tell-
you're done, people
Well, to tell you the honest truth, when I send my song, I make a mistake and send one of my songs that I never released before.
oh
as yet.
Lord, right.
So I was like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
So I guess I will see where the wind take me.
Yeah. But I wish you the best of luck in terms of your music career and a whole. I know now you have a lot more to juggle now
Yes.
because you have baby and also, you know, your personal life and then the music life and everything together. But some of the greats going through it just like you know. They
true.
being parents, they have to
So true.
split all of them right down the middle, even when you look at because I must see you on the Kaiso, Calypsonian kind of vibe as well too.
Yeah.
But even when you check it, soca artists, everybody, Bunchy Garland, Fayan,
Yeah.
Terry Lyons,
So true.
who else again? Destra.
Yeah.
Patricia Roberts. Everybody has a child and they
So
have
true.
to go
And they
through
had
it.
to do it.
They
Yeah.
had to go through it. And even sometimes, you know, when you look at it and you say, you know, children are blessings. And I mean, there's also little ups and downs that we face.
That
But
is true.
the thing about it is, and what I always tell everybody that is come here, I doesn't like to butter up and lie and make nothing song than what it is.
Yes.
And my thing is, radio is good.
Yes.
But at the same time, we don't need to depend on the radio station
That is
to
true.
make us who we are.
That is true.
You understand? At the end of the day, radio is something, yes. It's a tool, it's a medium. But I always say, the street
Yeah.
is the real place. No, I mean,
is true.
coincidentally, this is the street, and we
yeah.
run the street. Yeah, and so you have to come on the street. But really and truly, you know, you hit the streets and you do your groundwork, and you know, you keep promoting yourself,
you're
keep
right.
pushing yourself, and that is what is making it. Because at the end of the day, when you hear some of the music that play on the radio,
That is
some of them, we might sit down and say, but how them playing not on the radio? And when you really check, it's because the
of the
street,
groundwork,
the
yeah.
ground, they want it.
It is true.
And if at the end of the day, the people on the ground is the ones who say,
Yes.
if
it's
we
true.
going or we not going.
It's true.
You know? And
Yeah.
if you appeal and you appease the people on the ground,
Yes.
the sky's the limit.
That is
So
true.
that's why I always say when sometimes, you know, some people just be so disappointed when they call the radio station and they can't get an interview, or they want to go on this station and that station and the other station to get through it, whatever, and
That is
they ain't get through, and they feel like, well, all hope is gone. Or I come and interview, my song play once, and I am not that person to come and hype up and pull up and, oh God,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
day and
yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
and the fake as
Yes.
fake
for
could
true.
be.
For true.
And then when the artists leave, they don't even remember what the artists look like.
So true.
They don't play their music.
That is so true.
And you might pass them and like, hey, Dale, how you going? Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
And
you're so
you're
right.
like, you don't remember me? Yeah.
Yeah, that time they
You remember
you
your
from a
talk.
place.
And that's it. Or you go an event and you see people who interview
So
you and
true.
laugh and giggle up and give, gap, everything with you.
So
and they don't
true.
even know who you are. And that's just to go that, you know, it's a business. Yes. But at the end of the day, we can't depend on that alone. You need to
Exactly.
do your homework, you need to do and whatever. And you're on a good start. You're on a good start. You have the culture with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say the spirit behind it as well. So you go, the sky's the limit.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
No problem at all. So guys, it's just about 12 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. And of course, remember, look for Gabrielle everywhere. And of course, you know, get familiar with all her music as well. I am going to do that because, you know, it's actually the first time that I'm seeing her. And I'm very impressed on the first song that I've got to hear from her. You know, and I mean trying to make up nothing. I didn't look to check you out. Yeah, I didn't get to check her out before. So it's like, all right, we doing this.
Yeah.
Let's see what happened, and I'm really impressed. And trust me, I would have tell you if your song was trash.
And I
On
would
national
appreciate
radio.
that.
That time we back to with these dancing best village. Boy.
Yeah. I could have pictured the little Best Village thing, and I mean, you should do a little video and thing too.
Yeah. I plan on it.
Do a little video and thing, and you're good to go.
I feel you could direct the video.
Not me, but I am.
Why?
I am busy.
Oh.
I am busy. Carnival coming up just now too as well, Tobago. So I have a lot on my plate.
Booked and busy
Yeah, I have a lot on my plate with Tobago Carnival because I'm a part of.
of it.
Yeah, I'm a part of certain things, very exclusive things that I will not talk on radio. You know, but yeah, Tobago Carnival 2023. Yeah.
Not 24 and 23.
23. Well, we're still in the 23, bro. Hello. So, guys, and I've seen people messaging and thing and good night to your beautiful guests and all kind of thing. What people all leave you, woman? And
Thank you so much for the compliment.
just nowhere. This is our bacchanalist here. Hello, good night.
Oh, right. Good afternoon, good evening, people.
Good evening.
Right, ladies. Good afternoon, ladies. The
Good
song good,
afternoon.
but I think it's the beat.
You think that's what?
The only thing with me, I because I in the back of the thing, Sparrows, a little boy singing behind Sparrow, and all kind of things. For the beat. You see
the beat. Right.
Yeah, you must kind of find a beat before you give somebody to put in, because them problem put in any kind of beat because they might have to pay them to put in a beat. But the song good, lyrics and everything, a little melody in the lyrics must change. I mean, I'm telling you, a little melody means lyrics could change. And the beat, too much noise, too much noise in it, the beat could be a little slower. I could tell you that from Frankie Francis and all the boyos and all the brothers that hang around with them. So it could be a little better. The music good, and it's good to try. And as long as you try and you feel you're doing so good, you must know it. Don't fail. Don't leave it alone. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Go ahead. One day you sit down and you listen to all the music, you say, wait now. This is so and so, and you go change, and you see how you get better.
I appreciate your
You get
feedback.
better.
I'll keep that in
You're
mind.
doing a good job.
Yeah, man.
At least you're doing something. Some people are doing nothing.
So true.
Yeah. So let me say to all the people in Trinidad and Tobago, all them make sure that all the children inside make sure the children okay and safe, and make sure where they say they're going, that they'll be there. Know the parents, who's the parents, if the parents is decent people, and if they're friends, because they say they're going by their friend, but they end up by an ex-friend and all kind of things. So make sure that they, there's some people trying to be home, make sure that the children safe and okay. That is the first priority after food. So, well, lovely, and so they give somebody something, say nothing about it. Don't go tell somebody that voices on the air.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We're going to take one more. I find out liking what happening here. Caller, good afternoon. You're live.
Hi, good evening, Daily Voice.
Hey, what's up, brother?
This is Olga.
What's up, Olga?
Well, boy, I've get on my phone here and I'm going through. So I happen to see a lovely lady and you. So I decided to call.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
I don't know what take place earlier, if she sing a song or what, but just the way she looked, it make me call. So I called to say good night to her and to you.
Good night to you, sir. Good night.
Yeah,
Thank
wonderful
you so much.
princess, man.
Thanks.
All right. Take care of yourself.
You too.
Yes, right.
See? Tell you. And Olga is one of the even Mano and all. They are what you call the real stalwarts of the 91.9, you know.
Okay.
They're always on, they're always listening. Once there's a notification, we have the people that are there. And as I tell you, some like the song, some like the look.
Well, I get through. You
get through. But I mean, at the end of the day, as I was telling you, I take a little sneak off the mic and, I was saying, in terms of the demographic, and these are the Street 91.9 listeners are cultural people.
Yes.
They like culture. And, where these things are concerned, they're going to come out and they're going to say, hey, I like this. This ting, and whatever. And we go from there. So it's beautiful. Yeah? So...
Yes, it is.
I could say on behalf of all the listeners on the Street 91.9 FM, and Mano told you, keep going, keep trying, keep pushing forward.
I will.
And that by itself is,
Yes.
So for those of you all who are just coming on and you're seeing a beautiful young lady on your screen and you're trying to figure out what is going on, tell them where they have to go and look for you. Just go on Google and type in
Gabriel Palandi. And Gabriel Palandi is for all social platforms.
Yeah, so just go in, type Gabriel Palandi, go on the YouTube, type Gabriel Palandi, and you're going to see exactly what she came here to talk about.
IG lit right now, eh?
Yeah, you reached there already?
IG lit right now.
Right, so you could do that, or pull back on the interview as well, and you'll see exactly what is taking place. So, I have an next person on the inside too, so don't feel there's just that alone. But I want to thank Gabriel for coming and, sharing with us. And this wouldn't be the last. And I would say, this is the first time you're on the street?
Actually, no. This is my second time on the street.
Right.
So, I would say this is an improvement from my first time.
Serious?
When I came on the first time.
It's nervous.
When I came, that was like years ago.
Serious?
Right? And I came with when I came, that was actually my very, very first song ever.
Wow. That's how much years ago?
To tell you. I could have been early 20s.
But you only look like you're 24 now.
Oh, thank you so much. That's a great compliment. I am going into my 30s. I'll be 30 next year.
Serious?
Yeah.
Okay. You're still young, man.
I was still that's the thing about 24. I take it now.
Yeah, well, that. You look like a 24.
Because when you see 24 now, the sweat is 14.
Yeah. He's an old man.
Oh, Lord.
He's an old boy.
You?
I feel
You are looking like no old boy.
How old I look like?
You looking like probably our 32. So you not in your 30s? How old are you?
19 minutes past the hour, 7 o'clock here, the Street 919 FM. So guys, yeah. All right, okay. All right, okay. So, let me see, boy. I'm not going to answer your question.
She waited for the answer.
Yeah, see, she was really waiting. I'm gonna tell you off here. I'm gonna tell you off
Me
here.
and I don't expect you to tell me on air, but I really want to know.
Yeah, I'll tell you off here. I'll tell you off here.
You're in my age group or you're a little older?
Which one you feel? Well, she knows
Well,
it.
I still studying
32.
now. But I'm trying to get her 32 now because...
I'm trying to get my 32.
Yeah.
But today is 18.
You is 18? You is 18? You lie. You is 18?
Eh?
You is 18?
So I can be 18.
For real?
Age is just some number we go by, you know.
You find I look real mature and thing for my age.
Yes. No, 18 years old don't carry
You
today.
born on a leap year.
18-year-old today do not carry themselves like that. I tell you, no, but you're doing good. You're doing real good at 18.
Nah. I need age bracket.
I know you have to be my age. I can lie. You see, I don't go back to the song. You see, your man is still lie. All they can lie. Well, with all the rest of the song, we're just up to that part now.
Yeah. But it was a fun lie, you know. It was, you know, because people, you know, I mean.
I know you had to be in my age bracket. So how old?
But older than you.
You're older than me. 30 something.
Yeah.
I know you had to be in your 30s. You look 30-ish.
I look 30-ish.
Yeah.
30-ish is a good thing.
Yeah, it's not bad. 30 and old. To me.
Well,
you find 30 old?
You're approaching there, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, when you find it old.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Some people might call me, yeah.
You just find it.
That's true.
When he just get the uncle and things, don't worry, I just get the grandpa too.
Daddy, God, daddy.
For true,
uncle.
yeah, you get it, yeah.
Yeah, a real uncle and thing too. But yeah, you know.
Yeah.
It's good. So let's make some room for our next guest, and because before you know it, time is going to be up on us, and we had to get out of here, and then Platinum Links and I have to fly out of here because.
You're looking for a jet right now, or no?
Yeah, we're gonna need a jet.
Jet you looking for right
We're
now?
you're going to need a jumbo jet. Oh my.
This one?
So for those of you locking in with us, you know, we had a real nice conversation with Gabriel, and I just want to say, if anything, just blame it on her. Yeah. He's yeah, too quick, boy. Wait. Yeah, he's a friend of them that's here, though. He's a friend of them that's here. He was like, yeah.
Yeah, we are custom doing that. We are custom.
Well, it had to be Fred, you know, because you know the song. Yeah, I was watching him. You know it.
That's actually first time I hear this song.
Serious?
Because
The Dan hold the chest and thing and he I say, what?
A little bit more you ask for dancing.
What? I say, what? Nah, I want to see him start to dance and thing. But of course, you know, we have guests in the building with us, and I am very bad at names. I'm going to say that. In fact, my viewers knew that. It takes me a little while to remember. But I would like you to introduce yourself. Who's in the building with us today?
Color Boy, good night to everybody that is listening.
Tell me about that name.
Color Boy? Well, actually, so my dad was a big fan of like history movies and stuff, right? Western as well, but mostly history movies, right? And every time they refer to an African person, it was always colored, you know, this person of color, whatever the case may be. And doing some research, I get to realize that the meaning for color it means to be black, right? So me saying, you know, my name is Color Boy, it means I'm proud of who I am. I embrace who I am as a young African black man, right? I mix it a little color pot, I mix up a little bit, but you know, and that way the name really was birthed from, basically. You know, just watching those old movies with my dad while growing up. Yeah.
Right. So they just started calling you Color Boy, and well, I mean, And you know, for strange enough, you had two people come in the building and both of them have interesting stories behind the names that they carry.
If I use a bull motor.
Motodan.
Motodan.
Yeah. So tell me, how long you been in music? How long you
I
been
only
in
started
music?
this year. I only started writing this year.
So
yeah.
tell me what inspired you to get into music?
A bad joke. So I'm actually a musician. Before I started singing, I'm actually a musician.
Let me guess, guitarist.
Yeah, but bass guitar. And I was piano is first.
Right.
Right. So I started playing the piano.
Bass people is look crazy. That's why I jump back. No, it's not a bad thing. I'm a musician, right? So I could tell in terms of bass, it's not like in a bad way, but bassists especially, they are experimentalists.
Yeah.
They love to experiment. They like to go out
Always
of the
thinking,
box. They're always doing things. And especially if they are not the person who is the lead in the band, they get eyes a lot sometimes when they decide to get wild, when they and the drummer decide to co-inspire.
Yeah.
Right? You know? But, I mean, me and bass man, I think this get along, no homo, you know, because especially music, I'm a drummer as well. Yeah. So I could tell you that's why, you know,
right.
You just had that little sync now, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're a musician, so you've been playing music.
Yeah.
And then you decided.
So actually,
somebody make a bad joke.
Yeah. So I was so for me, I was listening to a lot of songs just going viral, on TikTok and the case maybe I was like. It's like I don't want to use the wrong word of nonsense maybe, but it's something that most people, how to say it, it's like you just go in, you catch our vibes, and that vibes and it turn into something big, basically, right? So it's not like you sit down and try to write something serious, right? So I was just going to make a little funny video about that and do something a little kicksy. So I decided to send the video to a friend, and I was like, hey, listen to this, and the person was like, but bro, you can sing. And from there, I started to consider it actually. Yeah.
Right.
Started to write.
And that was it there.
That was it, yeah.
Well, I mean, that is something really good. And your friend is the one who encouraged you to...
Yeah.
They gas you up.
Yeah.
That's good.
No, actually, I think it's a pinch of salt.
Right.
Because I'm not a person like to just rush into things like that.
Right.
You know, so it take a little processing for me to actually consider it. Right? Because I couldn't write music at all.
Right.
So within my experimenting period, I realized that the words coming. I said, okay, well, I'll try.
You do it on your thing.
Yeah.
So what's some of the inspiration behind the music in terms of, you know, when you're going to write a song, you know, is it that, you know, today I feel emotional, so I'm just going to write something emotional, or, you know, is it that, you know, something's happening and I start to pile it up in my head and then I make something of it, or is it just we go in the studio today, like we're going to build a vibe?
Right. No, so it's actually experience.
Right.
So I come to realize that I know how to put my experience into words.
Right.
Right. And I have a lot. I have a lot of experience in different
different categories.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's easy for me to write music based on my experience and stuff.
Okay.
You know. That is what I would say.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. So, in other words, you're not really fresh on the scene because you're a musician. And coming into this song here, this song that you're releasing is what?
My first release, actually.
Your first release ever.
Yeah.
So, we have a baby on our hands. First release, but he has a lot of experience, so they don't feel all you're coming with nothing like that. In terms of the production of the music now, because you have your experience, is it that, you know, you decided that, hey, I'm gonna do the music for my own song and all these different things, or what? How? Tell me the process how this whole song came about. Now.
Anything I put myself into, I just be very invested into it. Right. So being a musician, of course, I'm 100% invested of the music song. Right. So there's a lot of input in regards of what I wanted in the chorus. You know, the accent to go into the chorus and, you know, where the music will be pulling out and coming back in, you know, the empty spaces, building the storyline for the music. Right, so I had a lot of input in regards to that. Yeah.
Right. So you're telling people, no, 4, 2. Nah, let me go again. Nah, I don't like that rhythm.
Yeah. Well, actually, the producer, you know, KSP, he was easy to work with.
Right.
You know, most of the things I told him once.
Right.
Yeah, and just do what you have to do. Yeah, so.
KSP, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. Well, that's what we're talking about. And, you know, it's be easier as a producer to work with musicians, you know, because you could speak the language. Person is able to understand. I'm a producer. I have my own studio.
Right.
I understand there are people who can't sing. They don't know about music. And when they're home, they embed themselves with the wrong way how to sing the song. And then they come in the studio, and you now have to reinvest time to unbrainwash them for them to sound good. Because a lot of times you'll find some of the artists and think they rely on auto-tune. And sometimes auto-tune, first you're bad auto-tune, I know it can help you. Pitch correction, I know is a fun thing. So, you know, working with musicians is better because you could say, here we're going on. No, bro, singing in the wrong key. We doing a C sharp here, or here we're going on. Now you're going too flat. X, Y, and Z is the case, and you go from there. Because I've been experienced to a point where you ever try to get somebody to sing in the right key, and it's like, okay, let's do the rudiments. La 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 la. And they're like, la la la. Like, no, bro. All right, I pull out the keyboard and I'm going, nothing. They just can't. But at the end of the day, they are adamant that they are an artist and they need to sing.
Like wasting people time, you know, like for me, I don't like people wasting my time. So I would prepare myself.
No, well, I mean, you know, as a producer, you're taking the money by the hour, so, you know, you waste my time, I'm getting paid for it. You know? But I mean, sometimes so there are persons who are not honest with people to tell them, bro, you need to put in some more work. I had a young man, he came to me, he is about 17 years old, and he came to the studio. His dad actually does work with me, and he wanted to come and do work, and he asked me about it. And I said, sure, come down in the studio. So he came down, we was there, we singing, and I think when I was done with him, he had a reality check. You know, because he loves music. But he's brainwashed himself into the wrong thing, and now I have to now take him out of that to make sense. And even like his writing capacity, because I've worked in camps along with Reza Saga and all these different people that we've written hits. Big hits. Right? But it's not about me. But this is just to show in terms of, because I like to have conversations. I don't just like to come and, because I could have an interview and I could have been finished with you already. I don't play a song and I go away. But the thing about it is, I believe that my job is to also help the listeners that are listening to get to know you better. Because if they understand how you think, they understand where your head has been at, why you're doing what you're doing, then guess what? When they see you on the road, they're gonna greet you so different. They're gonna say, "Hey, I listened to an interview by of you, and this is what we need." So that at the end of the day, no matter who it is, everybody's interview is gonna be different. But at the end of the day, I must be able to feel like I know you. You know, without me having to go up on YouTube and check to see what you did or whatever the case may be. It's be more genuine that way, right? So anyhow, coming right into it. So this song here, tell me about the because you know you told me that you write based on your experience. So what the experience was with this song? Well, I want to see all the juicy, all the purple, all the volume, juicy.
Well, wow, that's a very, very good question, though. I mean, the song speaks first and foremost. The song speaks for itself.
Right.
What I would say, while growing up, I never had much problems where females is concerned. You know, I was no, like real thing. This is not no cocky or
right. This is like girls man.
I wouldn't say purpose driven girls man like
it just you stop on.
Yeah.
It was natural. You ain't asking no girl to go out. You ain't asking. They just come in.
Yeah, so
right, that was me too.
I believe it's a personality thing. I believe it's like a personality thing.
Right.
So I really never had them kind of problems. So I was always the guy in school that was surrounded with a bunch of females. You know what I mean? Like maybe case maybe. When you're young, you're not really thinking much of that. Like from primary school growing up.
It's normal.
It's just normal. It's a normal vibe.
Or
at least to you, it's a normal vibe.
Yeah, until puberty kicks in.
Yeah. That was right. Yeah. And sometimes, you know, young men, you know, we just get the message a little later than the females now. You know what I mean? So to you, you might be thinking of it as something innocent. We all just vibes and put them in their mind.
Right.
You know what I mean? And as you rightfully say, until puberty kicks in.
Yeah.
is another thing.
Okay,
This is actually some this is actually some stories within these songs that actually did happen in my life, right? I mean, I won't give away too much. The song speak for itself. Yeah.
Well, that in that sense and on that note, I want to hear what this history is about because I want to know. I don't know if the girl Bricky hat. I don't know if she.
Yeah, listen attentively. Yeah.
So guys, listen attentively. What's the name of the song?
Color Boy. So it's Color Boy by Color Boy. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You are not your lineup, right? Here what going on? Me for what he introduced this song. Color Boy, bringing Color Boy on the Street 919 FM. Y'all turn your volumes all the way up. Like, what going on?
Yo, slowly. She say Asian, well them too small. White boy, no not at all. Color boy does make she ball. Eat it, beat it until she crawl. The whole thing mix, just like within a cricks. Make sure she business fix. It's just manolin, and you know it's no kicks. And you don't know we know the tricks. Color boy, the girl wanting she life when the vibes come over, the thing set right. A color boy in other life, the girl don't know she go and get it tonight. A color boy in other life, the girl don't want just a color boy. A color boy in other life, 1, 2, 3 girl at the same time. Oh yes, you may have your money, but she looking for a poor black boy to get she the honey. He and she runny, settle she mine. Have she thinking about the very first time and a planning? Yeah. For the next time is a fact. Once you go black, you don't go back. Batman on the attack. Robin have to step back. Holla boy, the girl wanting she life when the vibes come over, the thing set right. Yeah. A holla boy in other life, the girl don't know she go and get it tonight. Yeah. A holla boy in other life, the girl don't want just a holla boy. A holla boy in other life, 1, 2, 3 girl at the same time. Enough girl want to leave them home just for the size of the African bone. Yeah. A boy a color, put it on the throne, picking up girl like a military drone. I guess every girl had their own cup of tea, but any girl go enjoy drinking me. I'm sorry for your mother and your brother them too, and daddy also sorry for you. She coming by me and leaving by you. Auntie, sister-in-law moving on shore. Next thing you know, whole family by the door. She telling she mommy you're not going back with your oh gosh. Holla boy, the girl wanting she life when the vibes come over, the thing set right. Yeah. A holla boy in other life, the girl don't know she go and get it tonight. Yeah. A color boy, the girl want a color boy. Color boy, color boy. The girl want a color boy. Color boy, color boy. The girl want a color boy. Color boy, color boy. The girl want a color boy. Color boy, the girl wanting she life when the vibes come over, the thing set right. Yeah. A color boy in other life, the girl don't know she go and get it tonight. Yeah. A color boy in other life, the girl don't want just a color boy. A color boy in other life, 1, 2, 3 girl at the same time. 1, 2, 3 girl at the same time.
Papa, yo. I see some eyes and things start to open, all kind of thing. Somebody start to open did that song. Talk a lot of it, it loaded. Yeah, it loaded. So tell me now, tell me the real scoop on it. Because it speaks for itself, but what's the main parts of it that really give you inspiration?
Right, so I had this experience where, so I have this experience where, you know, I had this girlfriend, my girlfriend, right, and at the time, and she parents didn't really approve of the relationship, right, so, my day I was home and just chilling, they had knock on the door, right, when I opened the door, I thought she just come to check me with the case maybe, not knowing she left home. You know what I mean? Like literally. yeah. And that right. So that was like a whole scene by itself. Right. So like the third verse was really basically about that per se.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, everybody seen people sending the remarks of the song, and everybody have their own opinion in terms of who's this? Yeah, in terms of their own opinion in terms of music, and music is an expression, right? At the end of the day, there are genres of music that would appeal certain people, then there are genres that wouldn't appeal. The younger folk would not like the older people music in terms of the young brother and the this and the that. But at the end of the day, we all express music in a different way. Whether it be dancehall, R&B, soca, hip-hop, it doesn't matter. So my thing is, as the first time, it's nice. And the thing about it is that it's an expression on your experience, you know, and I give kudos for that. And of course, you know, what's your favorite genre of music in terms of you as a musician and now an artist?
Well, actually, I was a big fan of old school, although I do sing dancehall.
Right.
I'm a big old school fan.
Right.
My song weird coming from a young person.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, but dancehall is my thing.
Right. Okay. So what's the plan in terms of, you know, in terms of the dealing in the dancehall arena? You have your first contribution out.
Yeah.
What is the move from there?
Well, actually, I want to release my next song. Come next month, right? Because this song I released it. Put up on YouTube and all this stuff.
Right.
A month ago. Also, I have a music video for the song as well.
Okay. Right.
Which I actually do. I do the whole production and stuff myself.
Right.
I have a partner who would do the film man.
Right. And
the whole production.
In terms of editing and that kind of stuff?
He did the editing and stuff.
Oh, but you just choreograph in terms of...
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
Okay, right.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
So I have a lot of written music, although I just started to release. You know?
So it's just in terms of putting the words to melodies and well, not melodies.
I don't have the beats, everything already.
Right, so it's just...
put on your track actually. Yeah.
Okay, play it down and then release it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you're talking about. And of course, you know, for the persons that are listening and they want to get more information on you in terms of where to find you, where to get the music and stuff, your social media handles, how they going to do that?
Right. So on all social media platforms, Colorboy13, so that's Colorboy13. Alright, so that's COLOR boy 13 on all platforms.
Colorboy13. Yeah. This will be on all the platforms?
Yeah, all platforms, yeah.
All right. So then we have it there. So guys, make sure in terms of when you're looking, look for him, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, everything that rolls with there. And look for him on the market. And of course, all the music that you have written out and stuff so far is mainly dancehall.
I actually have one for the carnival, but it's more on the Afro side.
Right.
But it will still fall as a groovy. Right? Yeah.
So that's the one that you're letting go. You're letting that closer to carnival time.
Yeah, so I released the next one I released the name of that song is Cheesecake. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Cheesecake.
Yeah.
What? I don't know if I want to know because he might tarnish my love for cheesecake. He might tarnish my love for the cheesecake. What's the cheesecake about?
I could get a piece.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I got a piece.
It's actually about cheesecake or...
Oh, come on now. Yeah, well, what I would say, I just wouldn't look at cheesecake the same again. Yeah. But it's clean.
Right.
No obscenity and stuff.
I ain't sure if my heart good enough tonight.
Yeah.
I feel like we and when you going to drop this one?
Next month.
Next month.
Yeah, come.
But here was the scene. We'll wait for cheesecake to drop. Yeah. And when he come back on the next one, we go drop that because I ain't sure if my heart could take it yet. You understand? And then we're running out of time in terms of we have up next paid program. So guys, you know, keep it locked to the Street 919 FM. And we are too and you know what I like about entertainment and music on a whole and when people come, it's a big thing for artists on the whole to sit down and put time and effort into creating and to take an idea an idea that is unique for the entertainment and pleasure of other people. You know, and this is why I could say this, because I'm on all scopes and angles of the industry in terms of being a producer, being an artist, being a radio personality.
Yeah, some lines earlier. Man's can sing, man.
Yeah. So, you know, when you're on all scopes of it and you've experienced different parts, I'm also a writer and also a musician. So then, when you're on all scopes now, you have all angles. And I've been able to meet so many people through the industry, through my job, through different things. And one of the things that is so key is that people have to understand that this is not something easy. And then to sit down on a radio station or to sit on or stand on a stage and talk to people that have never heard about you before, never heard your music, and you have to present this to them and hope that this may be the right crowd. And every crowd may not be the right crowd. True. But at the end of the day, you know, sometimes you have to keep your head up and walk with your head up and say, hey, we're going again and we're going again and we're going, and we will not stop until we get it right. Because sometimes, so the next thing is that as an artist, we have to also put to ourselves that constructive criticism and be able to take the criticism and not tote feelings.
True.
You know, because, I mean, I could say, hey, bro, you have to do work or you have to do this, and a lot of people tend to take, for those who don't know my background, may say, oh, them radio DJ and them always fighting on people and thing and whatever. But then, when you do check, it's not fight down. It's an experience that I am putting out to you, because at the end of the day, no, it has some fellas malicious and they just don't care. And once it's not my friend, I would never like your song. But there are people that would have constructive criticism and say, here what's going on. I feel we should do, or you go back to that and do a little mix and master again.
Right.
Or mix over that song or this. And I've been to a point where the other day I go to the barber shop and my barber, he had a new tune that he dropped Friday. And he was playing the song before, which was the premix. And he said, what do you think? And the next barber said, do you know about them thing? And I laughed because I'm not a person to push up myself in anything. And the man said, you mean thing? And he started to call all kind of song and thing I work on. But all of that is just to show that we have to always be open to one another. This is what helps make us. And the fact that when we look at some of the artists who have not made it, but have quality in terms of content, but they have not made it because sometimes it's just a little thing that needs to be done. And then here what they do. Instead of they taking that, absorbing what the people have to say, take it with a pinch of salt, but apply it and sit down and really don't operate like I know it all.
Yeah.
What you see happening now is that they make it. And the ones who don't make it, you'll see them on the media and they're bashing this one, they're bashing that one, and they're fighting now. But they have good music. I could call brothers who I know personally.
Yeah.
And if I call name, you might say, what name? But I am sure we could tell they on the streets, these guys and them selling their music on the streets, they're passing it, buy this, buy that, do this, do the other. Right. But when you really check, there are things about them, even in terms of marketing wise.
Right.
Marketing is one of the main things that are important. As a woman, it's easier for you to market. Because again, you make a whole man call you. Easy just so. You know what's going on.
Just like that.
Any of these song, but he's interested. Because of the look. As a man now, we have it a little different. And especially within when you're in a genre like dancehall. Dancehall is a whole different era where, I'll be honest, the elderly folk, they don't appreciate the dancehall. Because it's not their cup of tea. It will never be their cup of tea. As far as they're concerned, when they hear music going a certain way, and the structure and the rhythm and everything is a way, the first thing, you don't want my grandchildren listening to that. But sometimes some of the best set of music, and then when you check it again, marketing. Because when you listen to music like, and I'm just saying this because I want everybody to understand, when you listen to music like Burna Boy, right? Have you ever listened to the lyrics of Burna Boy?
Yeah.
How many people have listened to the lyrics of Burna Boy? And if you understand what he's been singing about, a lot of people would not like the music and they wouldn't sing it. But hear what? And you're singing. And you're feeling, I'm saying, you're putting your hand up to the sky like you're praising and worshiping God. But at the end of the day, right? What is he singing about? Burna Boy song, like when you really start to read the lyrics and think, he in a mess. He have a set of heartache and pain and all them. He toting in the music. But how many of us know that? No, because it's thing. When you listen to music like Thames, when you listen to all these artists and them and you really listen to the lyrics and then understand it. But guess what? The marketing side of it is one key thing. And then the next part is what is appeasing to the ear.
For real.
And once it's appeasing to the ear, we don't care where it is. Look at song Open Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
Right? There are some of the biggest hits in the world. There's a big song, right? You know what's the song? The song have one word in it. Tequila! And that's it. That's it. And that song has made money. But guess what? I am sure if you talk to any one of these artists, they had a journey. They had fight down. They had every song is not going to be the best song, right? I've seen artists that have worked with people, even like Destra. At that time, Destra break down on our stage, go on soca mana because you had everything planned and you went over your time. I remember that I was there backstage and people thought like they had to call ambulance and they wanted to know what was going on, and it was because of that level of disappointment. But out of every disappointment, there is a something that will come up. So at the end of the day, I'm saying all of that to say this. Because I know what it feels like to now start. I know what it feels like to put out music. And I telling you, and I'm being real, there are people going to tell you they don't like your music. But that's not a deterrent.
Yeah, I okay with that actually.
And that note, like honestly, you have to be okay with it.
I okay with that.
You know, and you have to be. And the thing about it is, at the end of the day, keep pushing. I just use Trinidad Killer as an example. Trinidad Killer was a DJ.
Right.
Trinidad Killer used to Photoshop himself into parties and those kind of things that he was never even playing at. Look at where he is at today. I mean, he's still sickening at some point in time, and I could say that. But at the end of the day, watch the growth. I remember people like Saki. We was in the same camp with Saki and Squid and all that kind of thing. Saki was singing all kind of thing. Saki sing dancehall, he sing soca. And there were people within the camp that said he would amount to nothing. He good friend and them too. Nah, he thinking because guess what? Saki used to be in people inbox. I want opportunity. He was down in voice and all inbox. I could talk that on the radio. I know. Begging to get a little performance here. Begging for a little performance here. Do this, do that, and the other. And guess what? Today I can't speak to him because he was persistent. And many other artists, Squid is our next artist. When you look through, you check people like Vaughn, people like Ding Dong is somebody who's been in the background before as a DJ, and he's seen and he's worked. And then the people he was working for, now he's a star amongst the stars. Persistence. There are people that you would see, Kitsch and all these others. They have been making hit songs year after year after year. But guess what? Michael Teja. You know how many hits Michael Teja have? Until this day still, he has some nice songs under the name Michael Teja in terms of what he sing. But when you sit down and you see all the big hits that he's penned, and we still don't give these guys the kudos. You understand? And I look at that, and then sometimes I tell people, take a page and a book out of Iwer George. Iwer George has been consistent, persistent. He have the formula to be relevant. I don't know how he does do it. And me saying that because I'm a boss, you know. But when you think about it and you listen to it and you see George had the thing, luck, and at the end of the day, if a lot of artists start to mentor around these people, and you don't have to physically be with them, you know, but sit down and start to study them. Study them. When you listen to even people like Young Brother, and all of them have a story, you know. Young Brother was the piper son on the block.
Yeah.
And they laugh at him. Look at him now.
I remember when he told a story, I remember
And you would never think he was going through that. And then now, there are people that still judge him because of the type of music that he sings. But we have to go beyond the scope of what it is, because a lot of these people have a story and they are able to encourage other youths and other people because they are an influencer. And at the end of the day, as I just say, what you're using your influence for.
Right. And I can relate with young brother too, because I grew up tough, not having anything.
Yeah.
And I know about sleeping on the floor. You know, mommy said, "Gas at our clothes." Used to call it bedding, and make a makeshift bed, and I was sleeping.
And that's how you're
and
sleeping.
I bucket next day because if rainfall,
you take catchy water,
and stuff. I know what them thing.
Yeah, you know. And as I say, don't be afraid of your story. But at the end of the day, I know what I'm telling you. Keep pushing, keep pushing. And at the and if anything, if there's one place I could put my head, my big toe, my belly, everything on, is on the street.
Right.
We culture is us, and we will support every artist that come here, no matter if it is the song. And we will be honest with you, we'll tell you what's going on XYZ, so is the case. Right. But at the end of the day, we know that one day you'll be great. You understand? And we go from there. I see people calling, I know they want to say all kind of thing too. But we short on time because we just have about a minute again before we go straight out of here. Right. But I felt the need that, had to say that, because at the end of the day, when you go out there, you're going to have other radio interviews. There are going to be some people going to tell them, now we busy, we can't take that song, we can't this, we can't. And sometimes it's not that.
It was tough.
It's not that. Really sometimes it's just dying at a cup of tea, so they go and tell you thing. Because, I mean, if we was like biased like the other stations, because in that I know we demographic of people, we don't think of that. But at the end of the day, it's all about an opportunity, and it's about people hearing who you are, getting to know you. And eventually, you never know, you might end up going into a different direction, doing something different, wherever the case may be. But all of this is part of your portfolio, who you are, building you. So I'm encouraging you. And don't worry, 2, 3, 4 years might pass. You might see this, or 20, 30 years from now, I'm dead. And then you might... I'm just saying, that's a part of life too, you know? But you may come back on this day and say, wait now. I remember this part in my career. My first song I dropped, thing whatever. And at the end of the day, I'm on time, don't give up.
Right.
And look at me today, I'm multi-billionaire. Big hits.
I received that.
You understand? And this is what we had to want for ourselves. We can't just say I'm coming and doing music and that's it. We need to also talk about the leaving a legacy, making money, and making your brand and country proud. It might be proud for everybody.
Right.
But making your especially your family, your offspring, your close one, not the pumpkin vine. Close ones, you make them proud. Right. You understand? And as I say, you writing within your experience, don't change that for nobody, but improve it.
Right.
Study and get different ways and means and mediums to execute that.
It, yeah.
And I said it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate
right?
it. Man.
So you can't pay for that. I will send you my bill. I take installments, you know. But I like the vibe in terms of, you know, I'm glad that both of you all came today. I actually was planning on cancelling, coming out and all these different things. But, you know, when things talk to you and say, hey, nah, this had to happen. They had to come, you know. And you can't say none of my interviews are ever the same. It's always unique. And I like to meet young artists and this because at the end of the day, it's all about growth and stuff. So I wish you all the best.
Yeah, man.
And I hope that you'll never be a stranger. And I hope to see more of you.
Definitely.
And I'll cheer you on. Right? And the same thing for you. You know, I look forward to seeing much more content, more music. I look to see you on some big stages.
For sure.
Yeah. And most importantly, prosperity, wealth, health, and everything else. I'm our next baby for you.
Oh, Lord.
I mean that, guys, we're going straight to Lester Slow Gospel Music right here on the Street 919 FM. Don't go, please.